guys, welcome back. I'm super excited that you decided to join me again. We're trying something new this week, so I'm actually going to talk about my 10 favorite design trends that are super easy for transforming your home. There are tons and tons of trends out there, and a lot of them are really great for 2021, but they involve structural changes of your home or kind of more involved things. So despite all those lists out there, the ones that I'd like to focus on are actually things that are sort of fun, easy, affordable changes that you can make that'll actually make the most impact. So we're gonna start with number one, pampas and dried grasses. If you guys aren't familiar with those, here's what they look like. They're actually totally maintenance free, which is amazing. You don't have to worry about watering them or trimming them or caring for them because everything's dried and treated. And they're actually available in a bunch of different colors, or you can just keep everything really neutral. So you can put those in a really nice vessel or a vase and then sit them around your home for just a great pop of texture that kind of adds a little interest to any space. I also want to talk about number two, which is something that I've been doing a lot in my home personally, and that's color blocking. So I love color blocking. If you guys aren't familiar with it, it's actually a process of just sort of adding painted shapes around spaces in your home that you want to add some impact to. So here's some examples. You can, do it around your fireplace. You can color block around some art that you really want to accent, even around a piece of furniture. Here you can see someone did it around a plant. Pretty much no rules apply, just anything you want to add some extra pop to. It's really great for a small space. You can see here I used it as sort of an accent behind the headboard in a spare bedroom that we have that's very small. So it's a great way to make a really impactful color statement in a room or space. And it's nice because it's something that you can do yourself because it doesn't involve painting the entire wall. And you can have a little bit more fun with it because when you're tired of a color, you don't have to be afraid to go with pink or anything like that, because when you're tired of it, you can just paint back over it or paint it a new color. So anyway, it kind of just gives you, I feel like it gives you an extra opportunity to have some fun with style in your home. And of course, if you're a great artist, then you can do something really fancy like this. I love these guys. They've been doing murals and painting homes all over California, but give them a follow on Instagram if you have time because their artwork is amazing. Next up, we're on to number three, which is wallpapering appliances and shelving units, things like that, cabinets. I know it sounds a little crazy, but it can look amazing in some cases. It can really, really transform your kitchen or your bathroom. This one I love recommending because I feel like it's a trend that's very transferable to even renters, which some trends I feel like are really focused on if you own your home and can actually rip out some things or change some cabinet doors or switch out your appliances, which isn't something you're gonna do in a rental. So the awesome thing is, let's say you've made some changes in your kitchen, you've painted the walls and done some other fun things, but your refrigerator is very outdated, or your dishwasher or something like that is like an odd almond color or has a lot of dents in it or anything like that. You can actually just cover it, which looks amazing. I will say you have to have some skill with wallpaper to make sure that everything's smooth, so just follow the instructions. But there are a few options out there now, and as this has become more popular, you can use wallpaper, which is option number one. And if you do go that route, I suggest you definitely use a more sort of expensive, thicker wallpaper because it's gonna be a little bit more forgiving for those imperfections and a lot easier to apply. So that's just a little pro tip. But as far as other options, I've actually been seeing some really cool refrigerator magnetic sheets that just sort of perform the same as wallpaper would, except you just slap it on there and then you remove the handle and put it back on top. So that's an awesome option that doesn't involve cutting or applying wallpaper or measuring. You just put the model of your refrigerator in and then order the style that you want. So that's a really great option as well. But it really does make an impactful difference, as you can see here, especially, like I said, when you're trying to repurpose or get a little bit more mileage out of those older appliances, or if they work just fine but just don't look so great. So that's why I love that. And then you can do the same thing with cabinets. It also is a great option to spruce up the back of an open cabinet. So great options for that, and the possibilities are endless. There's so many wallpapers out there. You can get them everywhere from Amazon to Chasing Paper to Jupiter 10 is another favorite, but they're based in the UK, so it can take a little bit longer for the paper to arrive. But yeah, just get out there and start looking around. There's bound to be something that you'll fall in love with. So for number 4, we want to talk about Boucle. So this is a type of fabric, a tapestry fabric, that it's been really popular. It's been around for a long time, but it's making a huge comeback this year. And designers are saying that it's because people want to feel very cozy and everyone's into sort of organic materials. So that's perfect because Boucle is all of those things. Not to mention, its kind of puckery appearance gives it kind of a luxe feeling. So it's just a really fun fabric. I love it. Now, a lot of us aren't really into sort of getting new furniture. So the great thing about it is you can incorporate this style. It's been on couches and accent chairs and all sorts of things this year, but you don't have to take that kind of plunge if you're just kind of getting introduced to the fabric itself. You can bring it in through some throw pillows like these. One of my favorites. I love these because, again, they add some texture to your couch. It's just a really nice pop of color if you do it in a terracotta or a really soft pink like this. Also, I love the 3D sort of geometric pillows that are in right now. Or go all out and do a comforter, which makes your bed feel so cozy and cloud soft. It's really, really nice. Like, it just doesn't it look like you just want to climb into that bed and take a nap. So I love it for that as well. Number 5 is woven baskets and storage baskets, which I love so much and have all over my home. So I actually think that these are such a great decorating piece because they're not very expensive and you can get large ones that take up a lot of space and kind of make a really great, impactful style statement. So you can have them in bright colors, you can have what they call belly baskets, you can even do sort of the storage style boxes that fit under a shelf to kind of organize some items that you don't want seen, like cords, things like that. I actually have one of these large baskets with a lid in my living room to keep all of our throw blankets and things like that so that they don't have to just be lying out on the couch all the time. So I'm a huge, huge fan of these baskets. Last but not least, you can actually use these wider bowls as wall baskets and they look amazing. So you can hang them in clusters, or if you get tired of using them that way, you can sit them around your home on different shelves, on tables, put fruit in them. So it's just a great multi-purpose design element. But again, just another really affordable, fun way to add some color, add some texture, and some style to your space. Number 6 is vinyl tile. So I know a lot of people have mixed feelings about this, so it really does depend on the quality of the tile. The ones that I'm sharing here are some of my favorite finds from Etsy, so they're a little bit more bespoke. They do sell them on Amazon and eBay, things like that, but from what I've experienced, the texture and the quality of them is almost a little gelatinous. Like, it doesn't feel or look like real tile. But the ones on Etsy that I've actually had the pleasure of seeing are actually thick enough and have the texture and the finish of a more realistic tile look. So it is a great way to kind of redo a backsplash in your bathroom because a lot of them are water resistant. Now, if you're gonna be in a space where it's full contact, like don't do this in your shower or around your tub or anything like that where it's gonna get a lot of water, but they are actually perfect for just splashes of water or wiping off, cleaning, things like that. They're perfect. So anywhere you just wanna add a little pop of color, they're great. Here are some of my favorite examples. As you can see, this totally transformed this kitchen. These tiles transformed a bathroom. the options are kind of endless for those. And again, another renter-friendly thing, because like when it's time for you to go, you can just pull them down and they don't damage the wood or the sheetrock behind there, which is excellent. Another one of my favorite things to do, which is mix metals. So I always say don't be afraid, because a lot of people feel like, oh, if I choose these matte black appliances, then I have to go with everything matte black, or if I choose chrome, then I have to go everything chrome, or the same with an aged bronze or anything. But you know what? All those rules are out the window these days. So I just say don't mix more. I would say don't do more than 2. Keep it to 2 metal finishes in your space. So for example, I have chrome in my kitchen, but I'm also doing some black accents. So black accents go great with gold. They also go great with chrome. I also might say stick with the same sheen. So if you're doing like polished chrome, then I would say go with polished gold. But if you're gonna do matte, then I would say stick with matte. It just kind of helps things complement. Now that's not always the perfect rule, because if visually it looks great to you, or the items are spread out, like if it's your sink and then it's, you know, another kitchen appliance or something, perfectly fine. These rules kind of just apply when things are very close together. But here's some of my favorite examples of how people have made it work. And now even more and more appliance and other fixture manufacturers are actually starting to create mixed metal things for you. So as you can see, this light fixture already has chrome and black, and this faucet has the same thing. Like this kitchen faucet is great. So it kind of gives you an easy start to be able to mix the metals from there once you already have a couple of mixed items in your kitchen or your bathroom or wherever you'd like to do it. So don't be afraid, give it a try. Number 8 is curves. So I don't know if you guys have noticed, but curves are everywhere these days. You see them in furniture, you see them in art, you see them in mirrors, all over the place. So a lot of us might not be ready to change out our existing furniture because that's kind of a bigger investment, and especially if something is going to be trendy, right? You kind of just want to be able to apply the trend in an affordable way and keep things moving. So I actually love incorporating trends like these through smaller accessories. One of my favorite ways is through mirrors, because right now there are a lot of sort of amoeba shaped mirrors, like sort of abstract shapes that you can hang in clusters, which look great together, like this one. And then also you'll see a lot of arched floor mirrors, which are gorgeous and really help reflect and bring light into your home and make things seem bigger and open. So it kind of does double duty, so those are great. And you can even see like these plates, vases, and even these sort of pots and vessels. You can even bring in the curves through those items as well. Also, don't forget, one last thing, you can bring in curves through your art. It's kind of an easy thing to apply, and it makes a really big difference in your home. And the softness of the curves actually it just feels nice and organic, and can actually kind of soften your home, the decor, a little bit. So it's actually really great. I highly recommend it. That brings us to number 9, which is wall hangings. So wall hangings can be made from anything. A lot of them are made from tapestries. So they're woven fibers. There are others that are made from clay. Some are made from hammered metal. So there's a lot of different mediums you can use. One of my personal favorites is, I love the metal ones because they add a little bit of shimmer and light in addition to texture. And then I also love ones like these, which can be really intricate art pieces and really be a great focal point for a room. You can even take a rug and put a little trim on it and put a dowel in there and hang it on the wall. Or people just hang them on the wall sometimes. Like you can poke a couple of holes and hang them on a sturdy hook. That actually looks really nice, especially if it's a lighter rug. I'm not saying do this for an 8x10 area rug, but just like a nice sort of woven lightweight rug can look really great as a wall tapestry. It's just a simple way to kind of cover the space and add some texture. So I highly recommend giving that a try as well. That's actually probably a great DIY that we'll do here on the channel. So now, last but not least, plants are still in style, which I am so excited for you guys, because as you can see, I'm a plant lover and I think it's an amazing way to decorate because they add a pop of color. Green happens to be one of my favorite colors, so it's a great way to add in a little bit more greenery and texture. Have fun and do what you like. Buy the plants that speak to you because you're gonna have to take care of them. The plants that are gonna continue to be popular this year are the Monstera plant, also the fiddle-leaf fig, and additionally, a new plant, a sort of a large statement plant that we're welcoming this season is gonna be the bird of paradise. Now, I personally don't know if I would be able to keep a tropical plant like that alive, but I do think they're gorgeous and I can see why they're gonna be very popular. But you can also, if you don't have a green thumb, then don't be afraid to add in some succulents, some cactuses, lots of great things you can do with plants. So I'm really glad that they're gonna continue to be just as popular. Anyway, I hope this was super helpful to you guys and that you took away some great tips on things that you can do to kind of spruce things up in your home for spring with brighter, longer days just around the corner. It's kind of time, I don't know, I always feel like I just want to refresh things this time of year. So hopefully you got some great tips and takeaways, and I'll see you guys next time. Have a good one.